birds. Mankind has always dreamt of flight. The human form, taking flight on wings of our own, has long ensnared the imaginations of many. Now watch as the wingsuiter passes our jumper who's under parachute and open his main parachute. And there you have the wingsuiting ability of your U.S. Army Golden Knights. The first attempt at flying a wingsuit was from the Eiffel Tower in 1912. In 2010, former Golden Knight Staff Sergeant Ben Porter set a wingsuiting world record. Exiting from an altitude of 32,000 feet, Staff Sergeant Porter traveled for more than 11 and a half miles and was in free fall for more than 6.5 minutes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have ever wondered what would happen if a parachute did not work, then watch closely, because you are about to find out. Please watch as our next jumper demonstrates the dramatic cutaway maneuver. The parachute has 7 openings on the front. These allow air to be forced in, inflating the flexible wing glider. You may notice the tail of the parachute curl under. This slows the jumper's forward speed while reducing his rate of descent. As the jumper nears the target, watch the movements he makes with the steering lines. He is showing you the full flight characteristics of the Ram Air cannon. As he brings it over the target, you will open his first parachute much higher than normal and intentionally cause it to malfunction. Please do not be alarmed when you see this first parachute begin to stream. There is absolutely no danger to the jumper. This is our only solo maneuver, yet one of our most exciting. Now watch closely for a black and gold canopy trim plate. This is a perfectly good parachute and can be landed. However, the jumper will reach up and release one side of the parachute, causing it to malfunction. The jumper's parachute is malfunctioning. Now, he must release it completely, return to free fall, and open his main parachute. If you take any photos during today's performance, feel free to tag us on social media at U.S. Army Golden Knights. To become a Golden Knight, each individual must first achieve 100 free-fall parachute jumps, be enlisted in the Army, and have a clean military and civilian record prior to applying to the annual Golden Knights Assessment and Selection. During assessment and selection, candidates are evaluated for 8 weeks on character traits, including teamwork, discipline, and attention to detail. Looking eye overhead, you may see a smoke trail from a small, fast-moving parachute. This jumper on his 84-square-foot parachute tests of this very performance. Each year, the Golden Knights fly south for the winter to conduct 2 months of intensive training in Homestead, Florida. During this time, a cumulative of thousands of jumps are executed to prepare jumpers for everything from high-speed maneuvers and mass formation to night operations and pinpoint canopy piloting accuracy. This enables the jumpers to safely overcome any tricky situation the upcoming air show season might present. Ladies and gentlemen, I direct your attention high overhead, our distinctively painted house. 2 jumpers will fly together in free fall in order to exchange a 14-inch mahogany baton. The jumpers are out and the smoke is high. Contact has been made and the 14-inch mahogany baton exchange. These jumpers now alter their body positions to form 120-mile-per-hour spirals in the sky. These jumpers now separate and prepare to deploy their main parachutes. There you have the high-flying black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. Mr. Charlie Hillard, former team leader of the Eagles aerobatics team, and parachute manufacturer Mr. Steve Snyder exchanged the first baton in 1958. It was then believed that two jumpers in free fall could not possibly make contact. The parachutes used by the Golden Knights are flexible wing gliders, constructed of a lightweight ripstop nylon. These parachutes have an inherent forward airspeed of 22 miles per hour. To turn left, the jumper pulls down on the left steering line. To turn right, the jumper simply pulls down on the right steering line. As these jumpers near the target, they will pull down on both steering lines simultaneously for the safest and softest possible landing. At 1,000 feet, the jumper does what is called a wing penetration check, checking his distance and speed across the ground. He then flies a downwind leg into the wind for a final approach. It takes a great deal of concentration in order to land dead center on the target. The jumper keeps a close eye on the windsock located in the target area. Once on final approach, he then shifts all his attention to a small black dot. Advanced aerodynamic design of our Ram Air parachute allows us to fly one parachute right into the hands of another jumper without adversely affecting either's flight characteristics. The formation you see here is called a drive-by-side. The middle jumper is the formation's pilot, calling out commands to the outside jumpers to steer the formation left or right. The jumpers are being held together with a specially designed strap, which provides each jumper equipment, allowing them to break away from the formation. The target, you may hear the pilot give the command of ready, break, as the formation separates for 3 soft stand-up landings. Ladies and gentlemen, as these jumpers make their way to the target, this will conclude our performance for the day. And on behalf of the entire team, I would like to Chad Wessel from Atlanta, Georgia, and Golden Knights 610. Look at that. One of the newer dedicated to both teams and Golden training team. And here we are in 2024, and it still looks fast, and it still looks cool.
It still is a cool airplane. It looks fast sitting on the ground.
It does indeed.
It is a T-38 Talon trainer. One of over 1,100, if I remember right. Been in service for over 60 years. And the way things are going with their supposed replacement jet trainer, they'll be in service for another decade, so I am sure. They have a tremendous safety record known as the White Knight, used by not only as a training for the United States Air Force because of its replace capability, it was the proficiency airplane for our astronaut corps. To maintain their flight proficiency for space because U.S.